3 pawns or anything, but it's like 1.5 pawns. Now something is going to break. Basically, black is about to lose some material. There's no way to really defend it. But I mean, I'm not going into everything, but the point is that it's about to break. So, all right, there we go. That move. That move is not best, of course, I'm sure, but I mean, it's not bad. I think maybe the rook over, but if you want, you can look at it later. But all right, so of course I just take on e6 check. That's perfectly accurate. See this? Okay. So tons of accuracy moves, of course. That was the move, and then I'm guessing I probably play knight. No, rook. Okay, great. All right. So now I really like this because it all kind of comes together now. Oh, queen cap. Oh, this is beautiful. This is why I like this game so much. Okay, so we had some maneuvering. We pushed the queen to the side, and then we got on the king's side. And a huge, all of a sudden, a big, huge thing is, it looks like it's coming on the king's side. It's very, very, very scary, and this is why spatial, moving and positionally is just very important. So this is why this is an example of just really good positional play. All of White's pieces are suddenly coming into the game, and so a big attack is about, Queen b5 is a mistake. It's a really mistake. So it's kind of, so for me, I liked it because it's a sacrifice of a pawn, and it's just not. It's kind of nice, I thought. Now it looks like White's knight is in trouble here. It can't go, it can't go to c4 or b4, c5 or c7, and so it looks it looks trapped, and it is. But it's kind of funny. So White goes knight f4. Now, of course, this is threatening checkmate in 1, which is really good. You should do that whenever you can. One of the good rules. Black goes h6. Right, now I'm going to go, of course, rook takes h6 is obvious and is played, check, or leading to, it's a winning move, and it's correct. I think maybe, I'm not, anyway, sorry. It's perfectly nice. I was happy with it. No, I was going to say, there's an interesting thing about this is that this knight is under attack for a long while. Nothing is defending it, and it's under attack for a very long while, but it never gets taken. And then, and a while later, it joins in the attack in a big way, and I just found it very interesting. White has 4 pawns to black's 2. Black only has 2 pawns left now. And White, it just sacrificed a whole rook, but it's very good. So this is where all the tactics and whatnot come into it. You have to be, if you can make a strong, give up a piece properly, you have to know. You should be able to know when it's correct, even if you can't see it. You love Tau. This is really great because it's, of course, super simple, but it's also, how can you be sure? I just gave up a rook for 2 pawns, and I have another piece that literally can't get out from the back of the game, and yet I have zero doubt. I'm 100% sure in this position I'm winning, and I'm correct. I'm just totally winning, even though I didn't calculate the exact mate. So in my analysis, I'm looking at it. I'm going, okay, well, probably queen g6. So yes. What happens then? All right, king goes over. The knight checks. The king goes up. So here's a pretty cool move here, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, the knight comes in defense. Okay, so anyway, knight here. We've got a fork, and this is also putting some defense on that other knight. Now the queen comes in check, or not check, but the queen comes down. Oops, queen comes down to d3, and then this other pawn falls with check. The king has to move, and White is continuing to increase his compensation for in material. It's just continuing to push the king around. Now the knight takes, check again. So, but at this point, we've gotten 4 entire pawns for the rook in. The black king is hemmed in, can't go backwards, or forwards, I mean. And so he goes back to d8. What are we doing? Well, in this case, we want to just checkmate. So, well, queen g8, of course, looks proper, and it is correct. Queen. Now, the point is that there's all of these squares, in fact, are covered. So, by, when we play queen g8, the king has to move, and it's just we're just getting closer and closer to checkmate. So, what's correct? Oh, well, we might as well take that knight check, or that rook check. The rook takes. At this point, I don't want to take the rook with my queen, although it might be okay. The reason is I just don't want to give any kind of counterplay, so I check with the queen. Now, here's what and check with the queen again. And here's what I was talking about. Oh, right, here I can win the knight, and so I do. So this was my plan. Basically, by this point, or somewhere around here, I say, okay, well, I will take that knight on e4 with my queen. So I check the king, and then I check here. I could have also checked on f5 and picked up the knight, but I checked there, and then I take the knight. Okay. Wonderful, wunderbar, as they say in Germany. This is great. I've got 4 pawns. It's all over. It's crushing. I want her whole rook back, so I've got 4 pawns, and it's all toast for black. It's all toasties. And what I really like about this is white's nice. See, this is what I meant. It's just he broke out of the prison by taking all the pieces around it, and he's completely safe now. He's under attack, but. What black? I don't know why, but he doesn't take the knight. I guess he could, but he's trying to play for an attack or something. Anyway, it wouldn't have mattered, of course. It's all over. But the queen comes down, the rook goes over, the rook comes down, and this is what I meant. So the knight stayed undefended, under attack for a very long time, and then it was completely fine until it finally comes back in the game. With c5, knight c5. Now, the queen can't take because it would just lose a rook, this rook, because the other queen is defending, of course. Now, this allows for a very, a checkmate. It's, again, the black king is just completely in it. It took a long time, sort of, but it's really simple here. You can see now it's just really simple to checkmate. So queen there, or queen there, king back, queen there, and checkmate. All right, I hope you liked it. I'm going to go ahead and stop because it's already a little bit long, and definitely I'll share more about different stuff sometimes. I know this is, anyway, okay, I'll share more about different stuff, but yeah, this is a 2239. It was pretty good. Okay, I'll stop the video because it's already kind of a little bit, and then I'll post it and share it.